Welcome, everybody in. It's your host, DM Livingston Sporting News, welcoming everybody in. Another day, it's Tuesday, January the 23rd, moving right along. Not too much going on in the world of sports last night. It was a basketball evening, so that's what we're going to get involved with today. So before we get started, guys, did you see a one Joel Embiid drop? Not 30, not 40, not a 50 piece, not even a 60 piece. He dropped 70 points last night. Yes, Embiid dropped 70 last night. I know what you're going to say. Playing against one of the worst teams in the NBA, and he was playing at home. But what I will say is this. If you did not watch the game, that wasn't garbage points. It wasn't as if somehow Philadelphia won by 70 points. Actually, it was pretty competitive. Parts of that game were relatively competitive, but Joel Embiid's unstoppable. I mean, he's knocking down threes. He's going coast to coast. He's unstoppable force. He's an unstoppable force. I never again want to hear anybody tell me anything about the Joker. That's 100% politics. That man is not better than Joel. That man is not better than Joel Embiid, and you know it. But there's another storyline in that, guys. It's really under the radar. I mean, when you score 70 points, that's the headlines. Wemby had 33 points. 10 of 19 shooting. Listen. Embiid is the future. And I know us of a certain age, we don't care. I'm trying to explain something to you guys. Joel Embiid just scored 70 points. Joel Embiid is like this generation's big man. Remember when he came out of Kansas, from Cameroon, and it was just like, when is he going to play? He's going to play. He's going to revolutionize the league. Yeah. He's done that. He's done that now because 7-footers are coming from all corners of the world trying to ball. Listen to me. This is such a side note in history to Wemby's career. 10 years from now, when Wemby is doing some 10-year from now type of stuff, he was on the court the day that Embiid dropped 70. It's like a historical type of thing, guys. Trust me on this one. I'm a bit of a historian. Nonetheless, outside of that, guys, like I said, last night, it was all basketball. And quite frankly, I love it. But before we get any further, how you guys doing? How you guys feeling? I know we're getting out of those holiday blues. Spring is coming faster than anybody thinks. We're going to be filling our brackets pretty soon. March Madness? Yeah. We're going to be filling our brackets pretty soon, guys. So just whatever you're going through, just know this too shall pass. So, moving right along. Yesterday's show, I announced to the world that I would be introducing my first sponsored segment. Yet, I don't have any sponsors. So, what I've been doing is introducing sponsors that are not sponsoring the Livingston Sporting News. So, yesterday it was Dunkin' Donuts who did not sponsor the segment. Today's sponsor, which is not sponsoring this segment, is Dutch Masters. Yes. DM Livingston, I'm a little bit of an old school. I know that we have vapes and we have bowls and bongs. And we even had games. But I'm a traditionalist. So, DM Livingston, I stand behind Dutch Master. This segment is not being brought to you by Dutch Masters. At least, not yet. There was another big man balling last night. He's not getting as much of the hype as Embiid's 70, even though he had 62, because Karl-Anthony Towns dropped 62, and they lost to the Charlotte Hornets. Listen to me. I remember I've been telling you guys, Minnesota's not doing anything. Was Jimmy Butler right? Did you hear what the coach had to say? Minnesota's coach? Did you hear what he had to say about his team's performance against Charlotte? The other worst team in the league? They were playing. It was playtime. Them guys wasn't taking that serious. They thought they were going to just pump Charlotte, playing around. He dropped 62. The Minnesota Timberwolves, best record in the West, lost to the Charlotte Hornets, who would have the worst record in the East if the Detroit Pistons weren't the worst team ever assembled. Respectfully, I'm probably over-exaggerating that. So, I'm starting to think and respect Jimmy Butler's foresight. He saw that. He got the hell out of Minnesota. So now I'm afraid. You know who I'm afraid for? Anthony Edwards. Karl Anthony Towns. I don't like that guy. I never have. And quite frankly, I don't think I ever will. Not in the personal sense. I'm sure me and him would get along, especially if he likes Dutch Masters. But what I will say is this. As a basketball player, I'm so glad he doesn't play for the Miami Heat. Other news. Is LeBron ducking the Clippers? I'm gonna get to the games to watch tonight. Spoiler alert, the Lakers and the Clippers are playing. LeBron's ankle is hurting. The Clippers are on fire. Guys, you think LeBron's ducking the wreck? I mean, at this particular point in time in his career, he could pretty much dictate when he wants to add another loss to his record. Think about it. He doesn't play tonight. If the Lakers lose to the Clippers, it's not his fault. I think the Lakers would lose to the Clippers even if LeBron played. I think LeBron is very Machiavellian. I think he's very Zen master, Jedi mind tricking us right now. Do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if LeBron James has a playoff performance for the ages. I think he has a trick up his sleeve. I think LeBron has a trick up his sleeve. And the last thing that I'll touch in, as far as the last night games was concerned, not too much, just if you want to see some highlights that'll make you be like, oh, pull up the Dallas and Boston highlights from last night. That Luka, listen, and I wasn't 100% sold on Luka when he first came into the league, and that's my American bias, and that should be okay, right? America first. But nonetheless, I know talent when I see it. And I must say, I knew Luka was real in the bubble. That's when I knew he was real. I think everybody knows he could ball, but no, he got something inside of him. He just needs a bigger stage to get on. I know he made it to the playoffs, but it's just feel like there's something missing. Just feel like there's something missing there. I don't know what it is. I don't think it's Kyrie though. And I love Kyrie. Shout out to Kyrie. Assalamu alaikum. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But what to watch? So tonight in the NBA, before I jump into the college, doubleheader. Now, you guys know my feelings about mainstream media and the powers that be. Because, guys, we have to understand this. They just put the games on TV that have the big markets. So we know what teams we're going to watch. But I'm going to reserve harsher judgment till tomorrow. And I'm going to tune into the doubleheader being presented to us by TNT. Even though you can pretty much watch this on NBA TV or anywhere else, you don't have to watch it on TNT, guys. TNT does not own the NBA. Nonetheless, Lakers and Clippers, Knicks, Nets. So it's an NYLA type of vibe we got going on tonight. The NBA is still trying to force that their major market teams are so awesome. So I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to really hope for a good doubleheader action tonight. Because we're getting into hockey season tomorrow, and we're going to run out of things to watch. So this might be our last hope for riveting action on the television until we get to football this weekend. So, Clippers, Lakers, Knicks, and Nets, you've been put on notice. Show up tonight and perform. Because I'll be there, and I'll be watching TV. My time is very precious. So, staying on the hardwood court, let's spin over to the collegiate level. Again, not too much going on in the world of sports. It was a pretty slow Monday evening of sports without Monday Night Football, without college football. We were pretty much relegated to a handful of games. Basketball, NCAA. So, all I'm going to do is this, guys. I've been compiling a list. So, let you guys know I'm going to do I don't know what platform I'm going to use yet, but I'm going to do a grand March Madness tournament. I'll probably use ESPN's bracket and create a group. So you guys, I'm inviting you now. Come to the group, fill out the bracket. Maybe a prize. I don't know. Maybe a prize. But nonetheless, so what I've been doing is I've been penciling in teams to keep an eye on. So far this year, we're going to keep an eye on TCU. Guys, write this down. We're going to keep TCU, Baylor, and Cincinnati so far. Not that I'm picking these teams to win. But there are always teams that go on a run. I'm looking for those upsets, those knock off a 1 seed, those knock off the 4 seed type of matchups. So far, through the year, through my investigative reporting skills, TCU, Baylor, Cincinnati. Keep those teams in the back of your minds. The game tonight, though, I may be adding another team on this list, and I may be completely losing faith in another team. We have number 4 Houston traveling to BYU at number 21. Now, BYU, this game, this is a pivotal game. In the college world, pivotal. March is coming. It'll be here before we know it. And the only other thing, guys, I want to touch on super quick, fast, and in a hurry. Tomorrow night, ironically also on TNT, Carolina Hurricanes at the Boston Bruins. My NHL fans. I know I have been talking that I'm going to get involved in the NHL. And I know you guys are like, yeah, right, he's just saying that. Listen, here's our opportunity and our chance, guys. Because on Thursday, I'm going to get into the next tier. Last Thursday, I did, if you want to be a front runner, here are your hockey teams. Now I'm going to pick if you want to win for the first time. If you want to be there when the Stanley Cup is hoisted for the very first time, I'm going to give you the list of teams that you should follow. But if you just want to support me, then Carolina Hurricanes were facing off against Boston Bruins. Boston Bruins that were pretty much parallel the Milwaukee Bucks. Best team all year, playoffs, choke. So, that's what we got going on tomorrow. So, guys, listen. It's not too much. Quick day for me today. So I'm going to end with this, guys. For my gamblers. And if you don't gamble, then don't judge me and have a good rest of your day. For my gamblers, hi. So first of all, let's be responsible. And this is serious. Guys, I joke a lot. But in all seriousness, be responsible. Don't gamble more money than you can afford to lose. And this is the most important thing. If you made it to the point that you absolutely need the money, you should have been betting a little while ago. Betting is not what you do when you need the money now, right? Betting is something you do that hopefully lines up for you never having to need that extra bit. Because you look in your DraftKings, I got that $70 from that 3-pick parlay I hit. So that's what I'm going to say. So don't follow these gurus that are telling you, here's the guaranteed way to win. Don't listen to that. This is all I do, guys. Very simple. I take $10. So many people stop listening right there. I know, you want to be a millionaire. I'm going to keep it real. You're not going to be a millionaire gambling. You're not. Here it is. I take $10. And if you're good at math, then you just elevate the numbers. Concept is the same. I take $10. Okay? I take $5. I make $1 single bets of things that are probably absolutely going to happen. Simple things. Don't jump out the window bets. Like, for example, if Boston's playing the Wizards, I'm going to put $1 on that. I'm going to win $1.98. I know what you're saying. Coca-Cola is a $1 billion company. They used to sell sodas for a nickel. So don't talk to me about lump sums of money. Banks, interests are pennies, right? Slow roll it. So $5, single bets, locks. So worst case scenario, I won my 10. That's my hedge. I make $5 single bets to bring me back my 10. Hedge. Now I take that other $5 that I have, right? I make 2 parlays, mix and matching those 5s. So now that will elevate my potential payout to $3. And I know what you're saying. Ooh, $3. Do that every day for 7 weeks. For 7 days. You're not going to hit every single time, but there's no way you're going to lose every single ticket. So when it's all said and done, at the end of the week, you, at the very minimum, will always still have money to bet with. You'll never have to put your own money back in. Now, the part you want to hear. Now this is when, once you put your hedge bets in, and now you put your parlay bets in, once you have that extra $5 and you have your system in, now you take your $5 and you make that if I hit a 14-leg parlay. That's when you do that. But you don't go in with your 20 and try to make an amazing bet. Humble opinion. You don't have to take it. at all. But don't say anything to me. If you ever see me, not that I would ever do this, because I think this is the corniest thing ever, but if you ever see me with the money, hello? Yeah, I told y'all how to bet. Don't be mad at me. So, guys, short day, Tuesday. I cannot wait for the weekend to get here. I can't wait for baseball to show up. So, you guys be safe. I'm going to get to work today. It's going to be a beautiful day. It is. I feel it in the depths of my soul. So, you guys be safe. I'm going to get to work. I'll talk to you guys later, okay? We'll reconvene. All right? Cool. So, it's your host, DM Livingston. Livingston Sport News. And as always, peace, peace.